Hi, Amber here from Totally Tubers. I get asked all the time about pest management, fungicides, powdery mildew, what products I use, what the measurements are, how often I spray them, what I put in rotation. So I figured I would make this video and walk through the products with you, get a notepad so you can write down all the measurements, and I could help you get through your pest issues and powdery mildew issues the best that I know how. So, as preventative care, the first thing I always have is this. This is Athena IPM, and this is safe to spray inside your home, your grow room. This stuff is amazing. It's really preventative, but it kills on contact, and it's natural. It's peppermint oil, cinnamon oil, and citric acid. It always makes it smell really great in here. So it's not one of those ones that are just gonna, like the fish emulsion that's gonna kill the smell in your grow room. This is primarily great as preventative. It does help knock them down, but it's one of those ones that kills on contact. It's not so good on killing the eggs and things like that. But the application rate is about 120 milliliters per gallon, or 4 ounces per gallon. And yeah, this stuff is fantastic. And the cinnamon oil also, if you've ever had problems with root knot nematodes, a lot of the products for that you'll find have cinnamon oil. So it helps as a soil drench too, to kind of keep those numbers down. So that is the first product. Okay, this, okay, if we're talking major powdery mildew, this Eagle 20 EW has been the only product here in California that I've gotten in my growing zone that actually knocks out powdery mildew completely. It takes some work, but this is, I mean, it fights more than powdery mildew, necrotic ring spot, fusarium blight. It's a fungicide, bactericide. This is 2.5 teaspoons per gallon. This stuff is potent, like potent, or 3.55 milliliters per gallon. And this product is, this is amazing. And if you spray it, if you're having really bad powdery mildew, every 7 to 10 days if it's bad, 10 to 14, and you spray it for 3-4 weeks, like it's gonna be gone. This is fantastic. Serenade. Serenade is great because it's all natural, and if that's your jam, that's your jam. The Serenade is also powdery mildew fungicide, 4 ounces per gallon of water. I didn't have as much luck with this one, and it doesn't smell very great, but it helps when you rotate them out too. Sometimes you'll get, it'll be bad. Powdery mildew will be so bad and so hard to fight that I find that if you skip the Eagle 20 and go to something else, it's kind of like the pest getting immune to certain things. This one's great for that. It's really good for black spot though. I like this one. This every 7 days, it's very gentle, so that's a plus on this one. And rust and all of that, it helps with that. Down. Okay, everybody knows this one, because don't we all use neem? Neem, gentle, very gentle. I have not found that it battles thrips so successfully and spider mites so successfully. You'll knock them down a little bit, but I don't think this is a solid game plan for those. It's more of a prevention for those. It does do good with aphids though. I found it did really good on aphids, and it's great for like baby cuttings. It's a lot more gentle, I find. So it says it does powdery mildew, but honestly, I have never had luck with neem even being able to make a dent in powdery mildew. Not my jam, but rotating it and using it on tiny little plants is great. So we'll put that guy over there. Safer. This, I use this on cuttings indoors to rotate out. It's a garden fungicide. Great product. And yeah, more natural for all the organic gardeners. And I like that it's just already pre-mixed. If you know you're in a hurry and you don't want to have to buy all these 5 different products and mix them all yourself, it's convenient when you're doing smaller things. If you're bigger and have a lot more land to cover, I recommend, you know, buying in bulk. But for small grow rooms and stuff, this one's great. This is a fantastic fungicide. I just discovered this one, and you see all the different things it fights, and I can use it inside. It prevents the diseases before it happens, it claims. I haven't seen that because who sprays before it happens? Only responsible people, right? It's not until you notice it's a problem that it becomes, you know, pertinent to getting it handled. I did notice though with black spot, so helpful. It drenches the plants. It's kind of gooey and weird on the leaves, but it works, absolutely. And it's one of those easy to use ones for your grow room. Copper fungicide, we all know that, we all mix that. It's great also for powdery mildew. If you catch it early on, this will single-handedly take it out if you catch it early on. If not and you let it go, it's not going to knock it down. But sulfur-based products too, if you catch it early on, will really knock it down. So the copper fungicide, always a go-to in your garden. Speaking of fungicides, bactericides, if your plant is sick, you'll notice like stem rot, or sometimes you'll notice one of the leaves, the veins going through the leaves are going black in certain areas. Clearly it's got some kind of fungus happening, or bacteria happening. This right here, Organicide Plant Doctor, you can drench this and it takes it up through the roots and pushes it all the way through the plant. This is fantastic. You use 3.5 teaspoons per gallon, and it gives it a boost to potassium and phosphorus, so it helps to push and give a boost to your plant. It claims it cures root rot. I haven't used it on that yet, so I can't speak on that. But I did use it on black spot and in those veins that you see going through your plants, your stems. Let's see, I could probably find one. Yeah, look at this guy here. See, I used it on this guy. And if you get really close, you can see this little black spot here in the stem. I used it on this, and the rest of the plant is now doing good. It was starting to die off. But yeah, this highly recommend 3.5 teaspoons a gallon for a good fungicide. Now, this Xeritol HC, this is for powdery mildew too, black spot, a bunch of different things it treats. However, I wanted to bring this up because even though it works really well, it was quite alarming because I had never used it before when I got it. So anything that you spray, if it has parasitic organisms living within the tissue, those spots, it'll create these coppery spots kind of killing the tissue, and it's kind of alarming the next morning when you wake up and you're like, what happened to my plants? It's actually working and killing those living organisms in there and treating the plant, but it could be a absolute shock. One thing this doesn't tell you in the directions, it works really well for fungus gnats in the soil. Once you water deep, it will kill the fungus gnats within the soil. And it doesn't tell you that, but it does. And this is 0.85 fluid ounces. Okay, we all know we all get the pests, the major ones, the thrips, the spider mites, aphids. Sometimes it's such a thick infestation, and it's out of your hands before you even realize it. When that happens, you need the big guns. That's the Avid. Avid, it's available in most states, some not so much. But what they don't tell you with Avid, unless you investigate thoroughly online, you can mix it with Azapro. Both of these kill in different ways, so it kind of offers a 1-2 punch to knock things down. If you're noticing spider mites or thrips, then you have an infestation. If you can see them, chances are you have a pretty bad infestation. They're there. So every 7 days for a solid 3 weeks, I would do this. And then after that, you're going to switch the product. But to knock them down and get some ground, it's Avid. And Avid, it is, let me see, I forget. It is 1.2 milliliters per gallon. It is the tiniest amount. Seriously, it's teeny tiny. 1.2 milliliters per gallon. I put on my 4-gallon backpack sprayer and mix 4 gallons at a time. This Azapro is an ounce per gallon. And this kills, it's an insect growth regulator. So what that means is it disrupts their growing cycle. So their molting and all of that can't happen. It kind of shuts them down, throws a monkey wrench into their progressiveness. So this kills directly on contact. So together they kind of tag team the pests and knock them down quick. Get a notepad, definitely write down those measurements, because when you go to look things up online, they always tell you how much per 100 gallons, because, you know, they think most people have a massive farm. So yeah, 1.2 milliliters per gallon and 1 ounce per gallon. And those are the big guns. Like you're climbing out of that infestation hole with those two. Okay, so after you've started to use the Avid, this Bio Advanced 3-in-1 is also a really great one to rotate out. So Bio Advanced is one that kills on contact, much like Avid, but it also helps with powdery mildew, black spot, mildew, rust, all those things too. This you want to rotate every 10 days. I find it's great. I haven't had luck with it with powdery mildew, but I'm in California and it's very humid here, so maybe it'll work great for somebody else for that. It doesn't for me. This is 3 ounces per gallon. Okay, another really great product to use for pests, thrips, all your soft body, spider mites, aphids, Captain Jack's dead bug. Okay, it comes like this, and it also comes like this in a 32-ounce bottle. I prefer to get it like this because I spray it with my backpack sprayer on to make sure to drench everything really good. This guy is 2 ounces per gallon of water. If you're refilling your 32-ounce spray bottle there, it's a 1/2 ounce to the 32 ounces that go in there, and it's safe to spray every 7 to 10 days with that. It's good to throw it in rotation. It's definitely one that knocks them down if you get them early. So yeah, that's a really great one too. Forgot to tell you, product I don't recommend. So I see a lot of this online. I use this product. I dipped my plants, and the next morning, oh my gosh, I came into what looked like a plant graveyard. The phytotoxicity in them was so severe. Oh my gosh. A lot of people claim this is great. I don't recommend this product at all. Not even a little bit. I followed the directions. Ooh, horrible. Horrible results. Terrifying. I had to cut everything back and start from scratch. It was scary. But I hope this gives you some insight and some information at your fingertips. Just jot down the measurements. Makes it a lot easier out there. It's hard. This is a lot of work. Growing dahlias can be a lot of work depending on your zone and what your pests are, especially with powdery mildew. Oh my gosh, like powdery mildew is some of the worst. I know it's pretty bad down in the southern states too. But please, like, leave your comments, ask your questions, and always, 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 especially when spraying avid and things of that nature, wear your protective gear, wear your mask. I don't completely suit up. I should. I wear a respirator when I spray avid, and I change my clothes immediately after. Just stay safe. If it's just the tiniest bit kills that many bugs, you should probably pack on the gear.